Huge test for Boro against Chelsea on Saturday, but who's to say they're without a chance? If you looked at the stats for the Wigan Athletic match 2 weeks ago, Middlesbrough didn't have a hope in hell. Yet they went there, battled, scrapped, kept going, somehow survived and got a late winner. That sort of attitude really is needed again against Chelsea. And if they do that, once again we're looking at the stats that they haven't got a chance. But if they do play with belief and play as a team, then who's to say they won't again have a chance of pulling something out of the bag? If we look at the recent results against Chelsea, Boro have a habit of beating the Blues when it's least expected. 2 wins out of the last 3 here. They have a terrible record at Stamford Bridge, but at the Riverside totally different, and I think they will go in there in a great state of mind, believing and get something from the game. They are down to the bare bones, and that's a little bit of a problem, but then we're also looking at a Chelsea side who seem to have a full team injured at the moment. Maybe 1 or 2 of them will play unexpectedly on Saturday, but this isn't a bad time to play Chelsea with them having so many key men injured. If Middlesbrough can really get stuck into it from the start, go out there with self-belief, there's no reason at all why they can't give a good account of themselves. And as far as I'm concerned, even a draw would be a good result, because the main thing is it would keep self-belief going and set them up nicely for the what probably is a key game of Blackburn the week afterwards. The team is obviously going to be of great interest. Not many selection choices for Gareth Southgate, but the big question on a lot of fans' lips is are we going to see a fatigued David Wheater or not? The way in which he was dragged away from the under-21s on Tuesday night to jet off to Minsk to link up with the full England squad for the match against Belarus was a little bit weird, to say the least. Certainly we were led to believe, and even in our advance, that there was no chance of him being on the bench. He was mainly going there for the experience of being part of the squad. I'm sure he thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, England were terrific against Belarus. 1-3-1, could have even won by more if Gerrard had put that late chance away. And just the bonding fact, I'm sure he would get a lot from it. But it's a long flight. You can't fly direct to Minsk. He'd be able to do that coming back with the team because they were on charter flight. But going back two flights, coming back, maybe just get a bit of sleep on the plane. But even then, you can't get off a plane after a bit of sleep and feel totally okay. Jet lag takes its toll on every occasion. The great thing is he's only 21. He'll have a chance to get over it, and he will be buzzing after the experience. I still don't think he'll get 90 minutes of total 100% David Wheater on Saturday, because towards the end of the game I think everything that he's gone through, including being with the under-21s for a week, I'm sure it'll take its toll and he will start to tire towards the end of the match. It is a little bit unfortunate that Emmanuel Pogatetz is still not available against Chelsea. He completes his suspension period in that match, and it means there are a few options for Southgate. He's really going to be looking at leaving Wheater on for the full 90 minutes. Not too good, and let's hope the lad really isn't put under too much pressure. We do have Andrew Taylor back, and I'm sure he'll play ahead of Jonathan Grounds, which means that Jonathan Grounds will be available. But you really don't want to get away from Wheater and Riggett at the back, if at all possible, throughout the 90. So it's a fingers crossed situation. Elsewhere in the team, we're looking to see if Mido is available. He suffered this groin injury while away with Egypt. It did mean he didn't play in their World Cup qualifier against Djibouti, and he did stop on for treatment. He's really had a more or less a week's treatment in Egypt. And he has been in contact with Gareth Southgate himself to say, look, I'm not feeling too bad, I think I'll be alright to play against Chelsea. Mido doesn't make the final decision, of course. That decision will be made by the medicos at Rockcliffe Park, and one thing they will be doing is putting him through 48 hours of extensive work before they can say to Gareth one way or another, yes he can play, no he can't. But they definitely need him. And Mido has produced the goods this season. He's been a key figure so far, especially as Alfonso Alves has not yet scored in open play, and Boro really need the Brazilian in to start doing things. But as long as you've got Mido performing, you know, it's given them a little bit of time really to allow the Brazilian to get his feet back on the ground and hopefully start putting those chances away. I think Boro will get chances against Chelsea. They've created a lot of chances in every single home match this season. There's no reason why they won't do it again. Afonso Alves has probably missed more chances than the rest of the team put together. So what a great game to get it together. What a great match to really score a first goal in open play, maybe it's 2 goals, and start to take off. It could be a great game for in his season for Alves. But you do need Mido around him. You do need Mido's really his enthusiasm and his strength and everything he produces on the pitch at the moment rubs off on other players. So Boro do need Mido. If they don't have Mido, there'll be problems, that's for sure.